Hello everyone, I am StreetCredCookie, one of your analysts for the IBL. Today we are back with another coach interview. Today we are here with NoivernNation, coach of the Las Vegas Galladers.
Ayo, what is going on at IBL and IBL? Like, it is your boy, NoivernNation. I'm here.
He is here. Just to get started, first question, how did you get into the Draft League format?
This is actually a really funny story. If anyone actually follows my channel, then you do know how I got into League format. But my friend Aki VGC is one of the, in my personal opinion, like top 5 League format people in all of existence. But he, I made a Twitter for just Pokemon stuff, and within like 2 weeks of me, this was like 2 years ago, 2 weeks within that, he had messaged me asking me if I would like to do draft format like UCL, GBA. I was like, okay, that'd be cool. I've always wanted to see what it was like to be in that because I followed Nappy at the time. It was dope. I was like, that'd be cool, it'd be fun. So he asked me, and I was boom into League format, literally blind, had no clue what I was doing. But now I'm here 2 years later with an actual clue of what the heck League format is.
Awesome. So, how was that first league that you did? How well did you do?
Okay, so, well, the league was like 3 weeks long because we had 8 people, and 2 of them dropped. So I was like I think it was 1 and 2 within my first few, but then we redid it in season 2, and I actually went like 8 and 4, I think, or 7 and 5 or something like that, and I made playoffs, but I was out in the first round. It was probably by far like my best prediction season. Like I did well with actually predicting other people's moves, not just YOLOing it.
In general, I feel like predictions is definitely a big part of Pokemon. Would you say that you are a person at this point who generally overpredicts or underpredicts, and why?
Ooh, that's tough, because I'm a little bit of both, I think. There's sometimes where I'll sit there, I think it's more Showdown than anything when I overpredict. When I underpredict a lot on Wi-Fi. On Wi-Fi, I'll sit there and I'll be like, they're gonna do this, and I'll just lock my move without like thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then on Showdown, I like sit there for a while, and I'm like, okay, well they can do this, and this, but this, and this, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Why would they do this? And then it's like all over the place. The Wi-Fi, it's a little more because the timer. I think I don't realize I have enough time to make a move and actually think about it. But when the timer on isn't really existent on Showdown unless the league makes you use the timer, so you just have way more time to think and actually predict what's gonna happen and play out every single move that's possible. Whereas on Wi-Fi, you actually have a 99-second timer, which can't necessarily do that all the time. Especially if you had to run like 3 different calcs for 3 different plays that could happen. So it just depends. I'm a little bit of both. I think more so under predicting than over predicting. Like I think this is the play to make 100%, boom, locks in with like 10 seconds. Instead of sitting down and thinking about it for an extra 10 seconds to make sure I'm making the right play.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like the big difference between Wi-Fi and Showdown, where like you lock in your move. But which one would you say you prefer? I know IBL is a Wi-Fi league, so a lot of people will say that, but which one do you personally prefer and why?
Personally, I prefer Wi-Fi. I'm getting better about the under-predicting thing, but I just prefer it because I'm a content creator, and when it comes to uploading Showdown or Wi-Fi, it looks better on Wi-Fi than it does on Showdown. And that's just me, and ever since I got a capture card, I've been like, let's just do Wi-Fi leagues, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you definitely want Wi-Fi. It's like more authentic. I think that's
more,
one of the arguments.
It's more fun to me. It's more. It's a little harder to set up than a Showdown match, but I think it's still. I think it's just more fun and more entertaining to watch a Wi-Fi than a Showdown. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that like there's points for both. I think Showdown is more realistic, convenient. Wi-Fi is more fun, more authentic, and it's good to like be playing the actual games. But as kind of a tangent from that. What would you say is your favorite Pokemon game in the main series?
My favorite?
In the main series.
Ooh, that's tough. Like remakes included? Like, those count?
Sure, we'll include remakes. Why not?
I'd probably have to go Fire Red then. Because
interesting.
Leaf Green was my first Pokemon game, but Fire Red just was better. I don't know why I liked Fire Red more than Leaf Green, even though like Bulbasaur is my favorite starter. But like, I don't know. Fire Red was just more fun. I think they had better version-exclusive Pokemon on the islands and everything that made it better. So I just had more fun. Both of those games are amazing to me. And they were my first Pokemon game, so I've always held a special place in my heart with them, so I've always loved them. I didn't really get into competitive until X and Y, so I have no argument with the competitive scene for any of them. So I just love the games themselves, and I'm a big person on how is the story gonna play out. Like, a lot of people hate Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, because it's like Sun and Moon or whatever. I'm like, well, they're individual games. You got to look at them like that instead of what are they based off of. Same thing with like Fire and Leaf game. Like, people can make the same argument from Red and Blue. The only reason they like them is because they're freaking the first games ever made. So
yeah, I can definitely agree with you on the one thing about Fire Red Leaf Green, which is that there have been a lot of depictions of Kanto. There have been a lot of games that have the full Kanto region in them, with like red, like I can list them off: Red, Blue, Yellow. Gold and Silver also had the second region. Then you have Fire Red Leaf Green, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and I think Fire Red Leaf Green are probably the best games if you just want to play Kanto.
yes, 100%.
I think, like, obviously Red and Blue, Red Blue are the original games, and you know they have their merit there. But like, I think Fire and Leaf Green are a lot more polished, which is really nice.
Yeah, and they added a lot more, which made it more fun, especially with the Sevi Islands and everything.
So, you talked a little bit about Sun and Moon, and you know it's the same thing, but there is one thing that is a little bit different, which is the addition of like I did add a few things. One of the things that added was the Rainbow Rockets, which is kind of interesting, and it kind of got me thinking.
Gotten there yet.
I mean, I haven't gotten there yet either. I've just seen the trailers.
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not. I can't. But my question was going to be, which evil team is your favorite?
That's another tough one because I've freaking played through every game now. At this point, I've played through every single game, and I've played for every evil team. Like I've played against, and like if you were to ask me this question like a year ago, I would say Team Rocket. But I think a really very underrated, really good team is Team Plasma, because they got everything they wanted. They literally took over the world, got the entire Pokemon League, literally to the very T. They got all the way to the end. All N had to do was just take over the world. All N had to do was just be like, mine, and it was over. But N was like, I don't want you guys to use me anymore, and dipped and gets his split. Like, literally everything that they wanted was right there, and it was like, N gave up right at the end. He dropped out because Getsus was basically just using him at that point. But it was insane.
I will say right now, my favorite is Team Skull for sure.
Really?
Yeah, they're just the best meme, honestly.
Yeah,
they're hilarious. I
yeah,
think it's interesting that Pokemon actually took a turn towards like, you know, usually there are evil teams that are like kind of dumb, but like they're like overly dumb, which is like really in a funny way. Like I feel like they didn't hit that with Team Flare. They did. We're getting up to time pretty much, so do you have any final thoughts?
Not really. I'm just really excited for this league. I've been really excited for Wi-Fi uploading leagues, and this is a league I'm not with a lot. Like I don't know a lot of people. I guess like I know Odds, I know Shady and Kurt, so that's about it. I'm just excited to be battling different people, different styles, and learning from it. I'm just ready to just try to get a title. I've been in one finals and I've lost, so I just want to win. I just want a title.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the IBL channel if you haven't already. Also check out NoivernNation, who also makes really great content. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all back in the main IBL season, and for more coach interviews coming up.
I'm also hosting the draft. Last I checked, I'm hosting the live stream draft. If
Oh,
I'm not mistaken.
well, check that out too. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Bye.
Peace.